Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here on Cox Plate Thursday. And Mike, all the action down in Melbourne at Moonee Valley for a huge weekend. I'll be heading down there. It's been 10 years since I've headed down. I saw Will Segundo 10 years ago, but Winks, I can't wait to get there to see this. History in the making. She's going to equal Kingston Town's record.
You must be so excited. You'll be boozing, punting. I'll be in the office working on Saturday. I won't make it down to the Cox Plate, unfortunately, Stu, but I'm sure you'll have a great time. Kingston Town, what a horse, 1980, 81, 82. Yep. I think that was only 2 months after we were born, that first win, Stu.
Oh, geez, that's showing our age, Mike. But look, last week, mate, we nearly landed this quaddie from the depths of the ocean. First, second, first. It wasn't to be. We left White Moss out. Yeah,
it was an absolute monster. It would have been 30, 40, 50 grand if Zestful got up. We left White Moss out. I wanted to bury myself under some White Moss after that, Stu. I think that was so close.
Don't bury yourself, mate. There's plenty of good analysis that comes our way on this show. It's been a good few weeks. We've got to get stuck into it. We're at Randwick this weekend. The weather, well, that's up in the air. Let's kick off things in race 6. It's the TJS Services Handicap over the 1,200 metres, and a couple of plunge horses in this race, Mike, from last start. We had Pick Me Up and Redouble. Just really shows you punting, doesn't it? Other punters, are they going to get stuck into these, or are they going to let them go? And then this Vigilance, this Sepoy mare, she's just going great guns. 4 from 4 for Godolphin and on a roll.
Yeah, there's almost a winning factor, isn't there? Some horses just love to win, and she loves to win. Let's look at the way that she sets up and the rest of these runners in the first leg of the quaddie on Saturday. No doubt it's going to be really hard to predict these conditions. Benchmark 82, 1,200 metres and a fair to steady tempo. The really important things to look at are the soft 5 to soft 7 forecast, which could change. The rain on Thursday night hasn't come yet, and it might not come Friday, so keep a really close eye on that. And you usually expect a soft track at Randwick with the rail true to be an off-rails bias, but lately it hasn't been, has it? Fair to near rails is our forecast. The last time in this scenario, horses up the inside were favoured. Across the 3 key factors to kick us off, soft track for most of these races on Saturday. Weight, a couple of really important claims on the soft track make all the difference. And stage of preparation, some first up, second up, third up horses. Which one's ready to peak?
The old bias puzzle with all this rain that hasn't come as yet. It's going to be really tough to predict getting into Saturday, but let's get stuck into the first leg of the quaddie and have a look at the market and look at a couple of these form lines, Mike. They've really got to get stuck into this quaddie. The First Hand and Redouble, 0.2 of a length between them last start. And then there's Chalk, who is big odds again, but $5 for First Hand and Redouble there. Vigilance Fresh looking to remain unbeaten here. Zumbalina has come back well for Waller. There's Pick Me Up, one of those plunge horses, and already spruiked again in from $9. 2XS, another one in good form this prep, but look, punters still figuring this one out, mate. It's $5 the field.
So closely matched, and you'll see from this recent replay why it's closely matched, because there's 3 runners that come through this replay and they all finish alongside each other. Randwick 1,200 metres a couple of weeks ago, Chalk in the grey coming to the outside. Redouble, first up for Bjorn Baker after a massive plunge in the Bjorn Baker colours, coming to the outside, running on, not quite getting there. And First Hand in the orange, just behind him, Stu.
Yeah, we'll have a look at First Hand here, just pushing out to the outside. Love the way this horse finishes, but action up the front here. Chalk just about to hit the front and Redouble there.
Yeah, there's a lot of punters miss Chalk this day. They put the apprentice claimer on, I think it's 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, 3 kilogram claim. Thanks for coming. We got the quaddie, that was great. First Hand, first up, 60 kilograms. Good run too.
They might have missed him, but we didn't that day. Chalk for us. But look, First Hand here, Mike, we've got to go, as we do here on Key Factors, take you back to a bit of an interesting replay. And this is back to 2016. This horse was second up, and most importantly, his only try on the soft conditions.
He's only been to soft track once before, so we've got to have a look at this run. He's a bit of a keen going type who took the lead this day. How good is this run? This run is enormous. It was a strong tempo against some really good horses like Prince of Brooklyn. Bassett in behind. It's listed almost Group 3 standard, and he won.
All right, and if the rain does come, we might have just found a mutter there in that replay. But we've got to get stuck into the analysis now. That's what we're here to do. Mike, take us through it. We're going to start with the form and then get stuck into the key factors and run our own little race here on Key Factors.
Yeah, let's work through this race, starting with the form, lighting them up. There's a few with similar form lines. We just saw that from the replay. First Hand, Redouble and Chalk, hard to split them. 2XS is flying, and Vigilance, how can you knock her as well? She's unbeaten.
All right, let's get stuck into these key factors. A soft track, Mike, if this rain does come, all important.
Yeah, it's more about which horses don't like the soft rather than which ones do like it. Most of them should be okay. We're giving a big tick to First Hand after that one win on soft track that was so strong. The one we're a little bit worried about if the rain does come, 2XS. He's a powerful type, that might like a firm track.
Okay, first hand just in front there in the race, and the weight. There's a few apprentice claims here.
Yeah, these apprentice claims made the difference last week, didn't they? They can make the difference again. First hand, 3 kilogram claner, all the difference. Zumbelina, that claim brings her into the race.
Just sneaking back there, but it's first hand on top and stage of preparation, Mike. Deep into the spring.
Yeah, finishing us off. We look with first hand second up and redouble second up. So a lot of punters will be saying, why have you got the gold bar for first hand? He can improve or hold his form second up. Redouble historically sometimes takes a step back. That's why he doesn't get the gold bar. Pick me up second up, he can improve as well.
All right, a big kicker for first hand there. And that's what you got to look at here on Key Factors. That's why we love it. I mean, we just saw that replay. There was only, 0.2 of a length between them, but we've just found a big kick there for first hand. And it's time for a bet, Mike. We're going to have a look at these overall ratings and see where the money's going. And look, $5, I mean, I love this. That's big each way odds for a horse. I mean, look how far he's scooting ahead there. That's, about 3 lengths. And looking in behind there, I mean, there's some at value, but look, all for me, this is about first hand. That's just great. Yeah,
we've priced him much lower than that. It's almost $2.53 based on that analysis, which will surprise some, but all those things in his favour on Saturday. We just want the apprentice jockey to make him settle, and we're sure he'll finish off strong, but look at that. It's a 3-length margin, and our rating's $75 each way all day. We can't even find anything else that we're interested in this race. So it's first hand or nothing for us. Yeah, go hard each way for sure.
All right, there's a first look at the quaddie. It's first hand for us as a best bet. Let's jump into the second leg, and it's the Chambers Russell Lawyers handicap over the 2,000 metres. And, well, not too many picket fences in this lot, Mike. I mean, Audacious Choice, the only last start winner in the field. But the lightly raced pair of Lead Choreographer and Tumultuous, they look like they've got really good upside in this.
Yeah, really interesting race. You can look at this race for hours, so many different form lines, so many different replays. You can get lost in this race almost. Let's see if we can find one for the punters out there. And what's pretty tricky on paper, benchmark 2,000 metres fair tempo. There's a few going forward. We think the conditions will be soft on Saturday, but keep a really close eye on the weather. And we think the bias will be fair or inside, but watch that closely too. The 2,000 metres has to be a key factor for these horses. Weight again, these claims all day on Saturday, and stage of preparation, a few horses 3rd and 4th up, ready to peak.
Okay, well, the market had it as a tough start to the quaddie in the first leg. Let's see if it gets a little easier as we jump into this second leg of the quaddie. And there's Zorn Koenig, who's been up for a while now for Team Snowden. It's $6 a field. Here we go again. Tumultuous and Lead Choreographer in behind there. There's Caravali stepping out from the midweeks for Chris Lees. Shock Alert, that's a little bit of money today into $10, but this is another really open betting race, Mike, and this is $6 a field in the second leg.
Almost the same, isn't it? We found one in the first. Will we find one in the second? Let's have a look at a couple of replays and see if these replays help us find one that's going to be massive value on Saturday. Starting with Waller's horse, Tumultuous, who's going so well of late. He's got the right form lines and he comes 3rd in this race after looming up. Last Wish looking like he's going nowhere, but he finishes up okay.
Yeah, definitely doesn't go nowhere. Gets him to go to the outside now. Absolutely storming home in the green and black. Tumultuous just sort of hitting the front now. Thought he could have done a little bit better, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Surprising to see him going to 2,000 metres because he can peak on his run. Last Wish definitely doesn't peak on his run. That was a surge.
Yeah, smashed the line there. And look, we're going to have a look at some Group 2 form here. Yes, there's some horses with Group 2 form. This is Shalmanazir, and he's at the back, and he's just going to have a big finish here. Got to watch the concluding stages.
What do you do with this run? The form analyst, the ratings analyst will look at this run and goes, he should be $3 or $4 on Saturday. He's out the back off a steady tempo in a Group 2 weight for age race against horses who've got good Melbourne form since. He runs on pretty well. He finishes alongside them with no weight relief at all. Amazing run, Stu.
Yeah, massive run. Classic uniform, just rolling out in front, but love the way Shalmanazir finished. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, had the bias against last start, so you could forgive him.
All right, Mike, take us through the form for this race, and then we're going to hit the key factors and do it all again.
Yeah, so important. Look at this form, and it's the favourites we favour. Zelkonig, Tumultuous and Caravali and Lead Choreographer have similar form lines around each other and all right on top for us.
There's the start of the analysis. Looks as though we're agreeing with the market there. Let's get stuck into these key factors, Mike. Distance, the first one, the 2,000 metres.
Yeah, it's more about which horses don't like it rather than which ones that love it. We've got a lot of horses there with big gold bars there. Lead Choreographer with a big kicker for Waller. He's a real stayer. Tumultuous is the one we're worried about. We saw him peak on his run in that replay. We think he'll do that on Saturday as well.
Okay, so a slight negative there for the second favourite, Tumultuous. And now Weight, another one, Mike, for these claimers.
Yeah, claimers down the bottom in the market here. Shalmanazir, big claim, coming back from Weight for Age. Thanks for coming. That's a big weight kicker for him. Audacious Choice gets a claim as well. And Ardanza, absolutely no weight on his back either.
Gee, absolutely. This could be a grandstand finish here. So we have a look at the last key factor and its stage of preparation.
Yeah, a lot of these horses at the top of the weights coming in right into the right stage of their preparation. Great Glenn's one of them off the page, but the ones we can see, Shalmanazir and Wugok, Wugok third up on the backup. He can really improve, as well as Malmas third up for Waller as well.
Well, it's not quite like the first leg. There's no clear standout there. It looks as though they've all just crossed the line together. So, look, we've got to have a bet. That's what we've got to do here on Key Factors. So let's have a look at these overall ratings, because that's what we've got to do. And here, Mike, there's no clear standout. There's a lot of value here, though. $17 there for Last Wish. You've got $12 for Wugok. I think this one, just to be mindful for the punters, they're going to have a little play around here. Could be one for those place odds players as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Different races, different betting strategies. We're not saying we're confident in who's going to win this race. You can tell by looking at that page. But just like you said, Stu, place bets, small each way bets, that's the way to play this race. And it's great to see some value near the top. So we've got to go for that value, don't we? Wugok third up. He was only lightly treated by the jockey last week, so watch a big improvement this Saturday, over 2,000 metres. And we'll play Last Wish as well after that last run. We think he's really enjoying his racing of late.
All right, so some great value there in the second leg of the quaddie. There's a look at the first two legs, and stick around after the break. We'll wrap it all up at Royal Randwick this weekend. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. We've had a look at the first two legs of the quaddie. Now we're going to wrap it up with the third leg. And Mike, as soon as I saw the acceptances for this race, I thought, gee, the carnival might be over, but this is one hell of a good race. Horses like Takedown, Kaepernick, Supply and Demand, and then of course Sir Plush. How well is he going? Out in front, just bolting away and with some cash.
Love those tactics. The punters love the tactics as well. The money's come. The pros love it when they go forward, and boy did the money come last start. And he smashed them. Let's have a look at the way he sets up in this race. A really competitive, really high quality race, like Stu said. Handicap, an open handicap, over 1,400 metres with a strong tempo. There's a few on paces here, including a couple of really strong Waterhouse horses that'll set it up for the others. Soft 5 to soft 7, fair to knee rails. We keep talking about it. We're pretty sure, but not 100% sure of those conditions, so keep a close eye. Position and run, because of the strong tempo, you need to be in the right spot. Which horses love the 1,400 metres? And once again, because of that strong tempo, which horse can smash the line late?
Let's have a look now at the market. We're two legs down in the quaddie. Let's see if this can get any easier after a $5 and a $6 of the field. This one, well, Sir Plush, there he is. He's favourite again. $4, so maybe a little bit easier. Kaepernick there, $6.50. Takedown there with that really strong form around in her time. We've got Supply and Demand, Fresh for Gay, Mighty Lucky. Gee, that boy can just pop up, can't he? Just never knows how to run a bad race. But look, the punters, Mike, they think that Sir Plush can just make it a hat-trick here and continue on his winning ways.
Yeah, and you know I love Mighty Lucky, so we're going to have a close look at this replay and make sure I'm not biased looking at this replay, because he's such a good horse, isn't he? But this day it was all about Sir Plush, like we said before. The money poured in like he was absolutely unbeatable. Mighty Lucky got the nice trail behind him, got unders just behind, battling on midfield, but it was all about the leader, Stu.
It was all about the leader, but you said Mighty Lucky. Look, he just a bulldog, isn't he? He just keeps going. Sir Plush, though, pretty much off and gone. The money was here. Bang.
No, of course, Mighty Lucky was the best run this race. No, just joking. No, Sir Plush going so well. There is a weight turnaround to Mighty Lucky in all seriousness, though, as well. Got unders. He's a horse you want to sack after winning that Group 3 at Newcastle. But he gets a big weight turnaround on Saturday, and he always finds a line in the light blue that he always sticks on.
Okay, there's a look at the first replay. I love what you do here. We've got another random replay here. One at big odds. It was Group Company. This is a great find here. We're looking at South Sonic from the back, swinging widest in the white hat. Another big finish.
Yeah, big finish. First up, 1,400 metres, so very similar conditions on Saturday. The flying Jason Coyle stable from a few months ago wasn't in the market at all, like it wasn't on Saturday. Comes to the outside, you don't think he's going to do that much, but he's got surge, he's got finish, he's got gusto, and he hits the line every time, Stu.
And he's got Group 3 form to add to that, and that's a big one in this race.
Yeah, some big horses inside him like Prompt Response, and he's won a Group 2 in Brisbane since. He's a serious horse.
Let's look at a couple of replays. The analysis has been done. Let's get stuck into the form, Mike, and then the key factors.
Let's have a look at this analysis, starting with the form, and so many horses so close together, but you've got to give Sir Plush the tick. He's absolutely flying.
Sir Plush out in front early, position and run for the first key factor.
Yeah, like we said, we thought we were looking for horses coming out wide on Saturday, but we've done the analysis. We think it might be fair or inside. Horses with cover near the inside, Kaepernick, Mighty Lucky, and Man of His Word, all get gold bars there.
Well, very even there for position and run. Let's see if distance can sort them out a little bit better.
Yeah, most of these are in the race for a reason, aren't they? 1,400 metres is what they like. The negatives we're looking for, Kaepernick, maybe up to 14 in a testing race is a risk for him. Supply and Demand likes a distance on form, but his best form ratings are over further, so maybe it's a negative for him too.
Yeah, I'm noticing a couple of negatives for the favourites there. How about Surge? Who's really going to bring it home over that last furlong?
Yeah, my favourite last Key Factor. Which one's going to smash the line? Look, Mighty Lucky should be over 1,600 metres or further. Of course he's going to smash the line. We love him. Supply and demand, big Surge. Man of his word, loves finishing off back from 1,600 metres. Cabeza del Vaca. He's a tough Waterhouse horse as well.
So I can see some horses at odds really swamping the favourite here. We know Sir Plush, he started out in front. So let's have a look at these overall ratings now because it's time for a bet. We've had these swamping them. Let's see, where are we going? Mighty Lucky there, Mike, $10. Man of his word, $16. Salsonic, $21. So look, they're all at least a length in front. There's the favourite Sir Plush at $4. So I see some bets here in these top three, Mike. What do you think?
Oh, I swear we're not being biased. He's on top there. He's $10. He's each way odds. We love him. Yeah, but we've got some great value there, Stu. This looks like a great betting race, and to prove we're not being biased towards Mighty Lucky, we'll go around him. The other two are just better odds. Man of his word, inside barrier. Can't believe he's such big odds. His run in Brisbane was fantastic last start. It was such a great win for him, such a great run from him. And Salsonic storming home, those trials were good enough. He could be the one to flash home late.
Well, that's some big value in the third leg of the quaddie, Mike. We're going to wrap it up now with the Gem Computer Systems handicap over the 1,200 metres. And Lee McGoran, he takes the number one saddlecloth again. He's had 3 legs in the quaddie as the number one saddlecloth, another one in the earlier in the day. So it's good to see the trainers supporting the Irishman. And Interlocutor, Mike, first past the post at his last 2 starts. That last win was brilliant. I mean, why isn't this horse in Sydney? He is going places.
Yeah, he should be in Melbourne by now, shouldn't he? Such an interesting looking horse as well. Medagliadoro, son of Medagliadoro. Strength, athleticism, and obviously some talent as well. He's a really exciting horse. Let's have a look at the way he sets up this short price favourite on Saturday. Benchmark 95, 1,800 metres. A fair tempo. It's only a small field, but there are a few going forward. Soft conditions and that near rails bias, we think, but keep an eye on that on Saturday. Across the 3 key factors, a bit different here for the last leg. Soft track again, but reliability. Which of the horses are the most consistent? And scope. Which one has the biggest improvement? And there's no points for guessing which one that is.
Okay, there's been a few quaddie blowouts the last few weeks in Sydney. This market is going to show us that there's only one the punters want, and it's Interlocutor, $2.30 into $1.85 today, so they've really come for it. New Tipperary at $5.50 there. Black on Gold, scratched last week, ready for this, $6.50. Imposing Lass rounding out the ones under $10. But look, the punters, they really want to be seeing blue in the last here, Mike, with Interlocutor in the red.
Yeah, they want to see blue. We're going to have a look at 2 blue replays and see which one we like on Saturday. Starting off with Interlocutor, he was good first up on that firm track, Rosehill, 1,400 metres. But he was amazing second up. Strong tempo, testing Randwick Mile, 1,600 metres, struggling to get some room, find some room. Now we see his class.
Yeah, love the way he just pushed out there. A lot of punters on him this day and the start before. He's becoming a little bit of a punter's pal. Where can this horse go, Mike?
He can go as far as he wants. We think he's got the 1-2 punch of sprint and surge. He can quicken and then finish off. He's better over further. He gets to 1,800 metres on Saturday. And the form lines have been stamped behind him. What else can you say?
No, that's a good one. Geez, that's eased down nice and late. You said we're going to have a look at another one from the blue. It's Etymology. The stablemate, why would we be worried about this run, Mike? Let's have a look.
Well, he's the one that's kind of coming from left field. Why is the stable bringing him up there to come against the $1.85 favourite? Let's have a look and see how he's going. He's got Group 1 form at his best. But this preparation, we want to find out how well he's going. It was a steady tempo this day. He got a little bit held up. He kind of had some excuses, but was he just average there, Stu?
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a dull replay, mate. I only want to be on one of those ones in blue. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Well, let's spice it up a bit here. Let's have a look at the form and then wrap it up with the key factors, Mike. Take us through it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of form analysts will have Interlocutor even higher than this, but on times we got pretty similar to Black on Gold, but obviously he won easily. The other two with the best form after a win.
All right, let's get stuck into key factors. Soft track all day if the rain comes.
Well, he's never seen an Interlocutor, but we're thinking he's going to be okay. There's a couple other horses with a big kicker on the soft track. The one we're worried about is Black on Gold. His soft track ratings are poor.
Big red cross for Black on Gold. How about reliability, Mike? We love a reliable horse.
Yeah, so important this race as well. When you look through the form guide, you'll see lots of horses with good winning records, but that have really up and down form. Which are the ones that we can rely on for a great run? Interlocutor keeps producing in Australia. New Tipperary for Joe Pride and Dark Eyes for Waterhouse. They're really solid too.
That's good news for those looking to take the $1.85. He's a reliable. What about Scope? How much Scope has Interlocutor got?
Loads and loads and loads. He's won so easily the last couple of times. He's won eased up last preparation as well. His time ratings are good. His scope's amazing. He's got much more to come.
Look, he has just blasted off the page there in terms of scope. We've got to have a bet here, Mike. I'm starting to think that we're keen on this blue horse. Let's have a look at these overall ratings. The biggest thing we've got to look at here is we've got to have a bet. It's $1.85. Punters have got to weigh that up. They don't want to see a 1-length margin. They don't want to see a 2-length margin. They've got a really solid 3-length margin here, Mike. That looks about the right price, or is it? That's what the punters have got to decide, but he looks like he could be just one of the bankers of the day.
Yeah, you've got to decide at home whether you want to take that price, but the way we've done the analysis, the way we do the pricings, $1.85 is still value for us. He could come in a little bit and we'll still make him a bet, but there's a couple of horses that could show up. New Tipperary and Black on Gold, not hopeless, especially if the rain doesn't come for Black on Gold, but it's all about Interlocutor, really. If he does show up on Saturday, if he improves like we think he will, he's the one on top. And maybe put those 2 reliable types in for an exacta. You know they're going to show up on Saturday. All
right, Interlocutor to round out the day as a best bet. Let's have a look at this quaddie, Mike. I mean, last week I said you nearly landed that whale. It was very, very close. I think we might be coming home short here in the last leg, but I reckon there's a lot of value here in the middle.
Yeah, coming home short and starting off short. We're playing our hand early with first hand. A few analysts have said we're being a little bit risky here, but we've got to go with it. There's just no other horses we're interested in this race. So we're going short early and then we're going fat through the middle. 8 horses for race 7. You could put in even more if you like them. Race 8, the other 5 that we like at value, the rate of the top. And race 9, there'll be plenty of people putting all their all-ups into Interlocutor.
Maybe a lot of doubles too, Interlocutor, into Winks. I love the way you're playing numbers there, but nothing wrong with being confident in 2 legs as well. Mike, worked a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll know after race 6 whether or not we're going to win big or not on Saturday.
All right, well, there's a look at the quaddie this weekend for Randwick. It's going to be a big day out there, but it's going to be a massive one down in Melbourne. 4 Winks in the Cox Plate. Good luck to everyone at the Moonee Valley Race Club. I'll be there cheering the great mare on, and so will the nation.
Cheers, enjoy the Cox Plate, especially you, mate.
Have a good weekend.